Good morning, everybody. Today, we're in northeastern Connecticut, something called the Quiet Corner. We're at the Quinebaug River Trail and got some Queen Anne's lace. Little spider on top of that. So, this is where we are. Quinebaug is the name of the road to get here. And then I noticed this little sign, which is kind of intriguing, since I'm down in Florida. It says the East Coast Greenway, Florida to Maine. So this must be part of a trail system that goes all the way up and down the East Coast. But I'm up here for a couple weeks. I'll do a series of videos up here, and we'll see what trouble we get into. We got some beautiful yellow flowers here. And we got a beautiful orange flower here. And another type of yellow flower. That one's got a cool texture to it. So we'll come over to this side of the path, and if I remember right, that could be clover. The leaves look familiar and the flower looks familiar. And we got these little guys there. Not sure exactly what they are. In here, isn't it just amazing the amount of flowers there just in this short little path? And then these have some sort of fruit, or maybe not a fruit, but something producing seeds. And I think these are wild grapes. So we'll hit the trail down here. Looks like you got Mr. Rabbit hanging out, getting some morning grass. So we'll probably have to walk past him and he'll hop away. So over here is a dog park, and that's where the parking was. There's some people with their dogs, a couple huskies, couple maybe lab mixes or something. It's always good to see them out having fun, letting the dog off leash. I'm always amazed by the difference in the plants and the sounds. We're, I don't know how many miles exactly, but 2,000 miles away from Florida, and, it's just completely different, whole different environment. It's always amazing the variety that's out there. I don't know if I can zoom in, but we got this little tiny bird jumping around over here. There he is. I think he's camera shy. So I was told this is some sort of invasive plant here. I forget the name of it. But they say it's kind of similar to bamboo. It just sprouts up and takes over. Kind of looks like it. So I think the official name of this is the Quinebaug River Trail. Maybe they're not supposed to pronounce the G in that, so maybe it's Quinebaug. This is nothing about New England I love is all these lichens and mosses. Life finds a way everywhere it can. I don't know how long this fence has been here, but it can't be too awfully long, being that it is wood and still standing. And like this one here, the moss and lichen just took over this whole log. Found a food source and took advantage of it. Oh, here's a cool one. So I was told that in the springtime, this little depression here gets flooded. It's like a seasonal swamp. And then the peeper frog comes out, or peeper frogs come out and make all sorts of racket as long as the water's there. And then when the water disappears later in the year, they, I guess, go back into hibernation and wait till the next time. I would love to see that. But today, we're looking at this. I have to kind of lean over to get it. That's why my hand was pushing on the tree. This one kind of is past its prime. But I'm sure it was gorgeous back when it was in full bloom. So, all you experts out there can tell me, or not, if this is poison ivy. This is what I remember seeing in the pictures. It's got leaves of 3, so let it be. But being that it's ivy, it grows up this tree. This one goes way up. Yeah, it's a white oak up there. So this might be about the end of it, and then it looks like it turns into white oak leaves. I think that's right. Here's another set of those yellow flowers that are so big and gorgeous. So this kind of caught my eye. Try to zoom in the best I can. And it probably, there it goes. Oops, standing still, the mosquitoes are getting to me. Sorry about the shaky. Oh, looks like you got one maybe. Well, looks just like a little fingerling, but that's way cool. I feel lucky to have caught that. So I saw something in this tree and I'm not quite sure what it is. So we're going to explore it together. But that, the one way up there, there's one way up there. They look like pieces of carpet or something. It's hard to see in this light. Let me put you on pause, I'll be right back. Okay, I moved a little bit to get a better silhouette. But it looks like either car mats or pieces of carpet. Was this like a hunting stand? Where they put these up there so they could have a little more cushy place to sit? But then why is that one clear up there, like 30 feet off the ground? I don't understand. But maybe I'm not supposed to understand. It's one of those enigmas. Pretty odd though. This is another little thing I find interesting. Not peculiar. But you have this tree that fell down. It was sitting right there and it goes out. But down here is the water, and then you look up and that thing sticks way out, and it's almost as far out as the water. It goes out to the edge of the tree line, but the distance between the tip out there and the water, I don't know, it could be 25 feet. So, you know, it's probably happens all the time. I've just never seen it, and it's interesting. It's like a platform or something. You know, if it was safe enough to walk out, I wouldn't trust it with anybody's life. But it'd be a heck of a viewing point if that was like a little pier. I just find stupid stuff interesting sometimes. That in itself is kind of humorous. We got a cool little mushroom. See if I can get underneath. No, not tall enough. Here's a little mushroom. I can't get over how prolific everything is out here. There's so many flowers and plants, and you know, the coyote that I did a short from earlier. There's the Quinebaug River. I just wanted to point this out. Kind of looks like a dog's grave, some pet grave, but it's a beautiful viewpoint. These are so delicate and fine. So pretty. Okay, so it was just pointed out to me That's poison ivy. We're in Connecticut. Stay away from it. Looks like it goes up the tree or around it, something. But just wanted to get that on video for my own use later and for yours too. Here's something else, not quite sure. We're thinking maybe sumac, but not the poison. But again, if you're familiar with this and you can help me out, leave a comment, let me know. See, that looks more like a sumac tree with that red in there. Oops, come on, focus. There we go. Another tidbit of beauty. So here's a better view of the Quinebaug River. It's kind of cool because I don't have to worry about alligators up here. I can come right down to the edge of the water. Be a beautiful place to kayak. Nice easy-going river. You can see the flow on it with the bubbles that are moving. Oh, and I got word that that plant we saw earlier with the fruit that was just starting and these shaped leaves is grapes, wild grapes. So we're at the end of the trail. Actually, it looks like it may go that direction a little farther. But there's an old gravel pit nearby. And up that, up that direction through the trees, you can kind of see the lake. And then this is the outflow. So lush and beautiful. Again, not sure what that one is. Just a guess, but that one kind of looks like a chamomile type flower. And this white one, somebody told me was Queen Anne's lace. So it's not yarrow. Oh, just saw these. If I had to guess, I would say those are more choke cherries. Not sure exactly what those are. But if you see them, they got smooth skins on them. And then the leaves kind of look like a raspberry leaf or something. I'll have to ask what those are. You can see these grapes here, and those are different than these rounded berries. Very, very interesting. Yeah. So that drainage we were just looking at comes out down here. There it is. You can see the water flow out from that little waterfall. And then it comes, come on, there we go. Comes down here and flows into the Quinebaug River. So these look more like the sumac I'm used to seeing, with the red stems. Just simply amazing. Well, we just looked it up on, I think, Google Lens. And they're saying that this is pokeweed, which is poisonous. See, learn something every day. We should always check stuff out. We're all guilty of it. Okay, we got an update on this. These are wild roses. Those are rose hips. The flowers are gone. Got it from the expert source. Now it all makes sense. Living in Florida has got me rusty on all these plants. Okay, so this is the sumac here. See the red on the stems? That's kind of what I was getting confused with. But that other one is pokeweed, and this one's sumac. Very similar. That one doesn't have any berries on it, so not sure what that is. Here's another bonus clip. I'll stick this in at the end of the long video by the Quinebaug River. We found this little side path, goes through the woods. That looks like a beautiful haven for little minnows and tadpoles. I was told that in the springtime the little peat frogs up here just go crazy. And the trail gets tighter and tighter as we go. Look at the size of this tree. That might be the biggest one I've seen today. Try to get around here. Okay, I'll sign off here. See you guys next week. Ghost Cat on the go. I just talked to that fisherman that we saw. He says the fish are biting good. But he also said the water's a little high. So he was feeling like he was getting a little risky because the current, and decided to call it a day. So I appreciate you spending some time with me as usual, and feel free to come back as often as possible. I think I mentioned earlier I have a series I'm doing up here, just local trails. I know some people that live in the area, so up here for a couple weeks. I'm going to try to do as much as I can up here. I'm out of the Florida heat for a little bit, which is beautiful. Although, up here in Connecticut, today it's supposed to be 90, and the weather said extremely humid. So I think I kind of brought some difficult weather for them when I came up. But such a gorgeous area. Early this morning, it's kind of still nice and cool. It is really humid. I can tell that. My nose and sinuses appreciate the humidity. But so hey, I'm going to leave the video here. This is Quinebaug River Trail. We're kind of just right in the middle of it. But have a great day. I enjoyed sharing this with you. Like I said, come back as often as possible. Tell your friends about this if they like this type of content. I appreciate everybody is more than they know. And as usual, have a gorgeous day. I already am. Ghost Cat on the go.